It's 3 weeks until the building industry shuts down for a long overdue summer smoko. Every summer here in New Zealand, bring on Christmas, and for the next couple of weeks you cannot find a tradie in sight because they're all at the beach, they're all having barbecues. But I've got 7 sites and I've got a ton of milestones I need to hit before then. Come along with me as we check out some of our sites and talk about hitting our Christmas milestones. Behind me is a huge stack of weatherboard and it needs to get on these walls. This is our 5-lot townhouse development, and before we go into the Christmas break, I want the outside clad, what's called closed in, and we want the scaffolds on the ends painted and dropped. They've done their pre-clad. We've got battens in, we've got weatherboard on site, we've got head flashings. We are ready to chuck up that weatherboard. The boys are going to hit it hard this week. Before you know it, boom, it'll be weatherboarded. I definitely think it's achievable, especially on a 1-story site, and it will mean that we come out of our summer break being able to push the inside and the outside at the same time, which will push this project through to completion. Handover is the ultimate goal, finishing the house, but there's heaps of milestones in between. Slab down, roof on, closed in. This one here needs to be closed in. Let's go and check out another one. So we're just around the corner on a 3-lot subdivision and we've had a huge milestone this morning. Concrete driveway is going down. Inside we've done kitchens, flooring on the final push. Our goal for this one is to have it ready for staging over the summer period, and it's going to get listed on the market January 21st. So we've been working backwards from that deadline. So doing the driveway outside is a huge milestone. It means we can do the last little landscaping bits and pieces. Inside we now need to do a clean up, get the appliances installed, get the bathroom fittings installed, and Sparky will come and do his final fit off. Then jobs are goldie. Let's go to the next one. Can we put the stormwater tanks in here? Around the corner over there we were just pouring a driveway on this one here. We finished this driveway last week. So this job's 1 week ahead of that one. This is going to be a 4-lot. We've got the original house there, we've got our first new build here, and we've got space for 2 more over there. So long-term game is to fill this up with 4 awesome new properties. Right now we're working on getting this one done before Christmas so that we can get a tenant in it in the new year. Let's go and have a look inside. So this one's real close to completion. We've just got to put a built-in power pack range hood in the kitchen. We're going to come through and do one final clean inside. Painter's going to come back and do some touch-ups and coat the handrail. On this one here, the client's reasonably involved. They're doing a large chunk of the landscaping outside. They're doing some little jobs inside, such as the tile splashbacks above the vanity. While they're chipping away at that, we're going to get all of the code of compliance paperwork together. We're going to put that into council, have our final inspection, and move on. In order to do that, we have to get the water tank in. If you haven't already, go and watch our video on what are those big boxes. While we're heading to the next job, I want to let you know a shocking stat. Only 20% of you have subscribed to NZ Builder. Guys, other 80%, what is going on? Go ahead, click subscribe. It really does encourage us to keep making content like this. lastly, we've arrived at our little hut in the bush. This is a little 90 square meter 2-bedroom home we've been building. We had to do massive piles 3 meters down. We had to pause the job while we worked with the architect, and we flipped the entire building. But guess what? It's ready to hand over. I'm here to do my final push. We had the painters and all of the crew through last week. We're going to hand it over this week, and there'll be one more job off our books. That means we go into the summer period without even worrying about this home anymore, and the owner gets to enjoy it. So this house is on septic, own wastewater and rainwater. So we've got an econo treat system out there and 2 25,000 litre water tanks out there. And basically the house will catch all its rainwater, send it to those tanks. Those tanks collect all the wastewater, it gets processed and put in an effluent field out the back. So as we get ready to hand over a house like this, we go around and we do two things. We do a massive clean out, and while we're doing that, we go and sticker the house. We pick up anything that we think needs fixing. We want to address as many of these concerns as possible before handover, so that the client comes and their home is as close to finished as possible. Now, with so many moving pieces in a house like this, there's evidently always going to be some touch-ups or some remedies, and usually a couple of things we need to sort out. For example, over here the kitchen got moved around. This was supposed to be on this wall, which meant that a standard cowling would work up to the ceiling. Now that we put it on this wall, we need to come up with a new range hood design. And that's not going to get sorted out before handover, but we'll make a note of it as something to be resolved. So just going around, like one final push, taking a bunch of photos. We just want as many things as possible to be mint. First impressions count. And you know the saying, the devil is in the detail. By doing the little things right, it shows that we have done a lot of things here right. Spotted one more thing. Remove the protection only on doors. Done. Written my list and blasted a bunch of photos off to a couple of tradies. They're all going to be here this afternoon. It'll be a flurry of activity, and boom, before you know it, ready for handover. One less job for me to worry about and one completed home for our client to enjoy.